proveedores de Trading Plus. Como ya seguramente saben, el equipo de Trading Plus está en China con el propósito de visitar a la Feria de Cantón, pero antes de iniciar la Feria de Cantón vinimos a reunirnos con uno de nuestros más importantes aliados en China, nuestra abogada, nuestra asesora legal en China, la señorita Dora Feng. Dora Feng pertenece a la compañía de Albright Law Offices, que está ubicada en la ciudad de Guangzhou y con quien ya llevamos trabajando un año, acompañándonos durante todo el proceso de los negocios que estamos desarrollando actualmente en China. Hello Dora, how are you? Please say hi to our viewers.
Hello everyone, and thanks Carlos for inviting me.
La idea de esta reunión es compartir con ustedes algunos consejos y algunas recomendaciones que Dora, como asesora legal en China, pues digamos, le recomienda a sus clientes acerca de cómo hacer realmente negocios seguros en China y también qué cosas importantes tener en cuenta cuando se está negociando con proveedores chinos. Okay, Dora, this is our first question for you that I know that many of our viewers are asking or want to know this. From a legal point of view, what do you think is the most important thing that a Colombian company has to take into account before doing businesses with a Chinese supplier?
Yes, in the view of a lawyer, I think the most important thing and the bottom line to have a supplier is to check whether it has legal cases or litigations in public informational platforms that is against these suppliers. If there are cases against them and they're facing liabilities from the court judgments or the litigation award, they will affect their credibilities dealing transactions with you or other sellers. And also, I think the other very important thing is the date of incorporation of the supplier, because normally trading company, if they have something wrong, they would open a new company in China. And when you look at the corporation date, if the incorporation date is a very near time, for example, the same year of when you want to deal with them, it will raise a red flag because they don't have a very long time for trading business or trading history, and you cannot find record of their transactions with other people because it is a relatively new company. So I think these are the two things you need to put attention to when you deal with Chinese suppliers.
Perfect. That's really good, Dora. And one of the main concerns of the companies that want to do business in China is if they are going to do a business with a trading company or if they are dealing with a real manufacturer, with a direct manufacturer of the goods they are purchasing. So what would be your recommendation for them in order to know if they are a trading company or if they are a real manufacturer?
Okay, there are a little of factories that have the powers or have the abilities to deal with foreign traders directly because they lack of people who can speak fluent English and or because they don't want to face direct responsibilities with the foreign buyers. This is why they want to have a trading companies doing the promotion, the marketing, and also the transaction on their behalf to make the relationship less direct. So normally when foreign buyers come to China to buy goods, usually you will face traders instead of factories directly. But I think nowadays, because factories want to raise their profits, they will have a marketing department or sales department directly with foreign buyers to sell products to them. So I think nowadays, if you can have the factory directly, it will be better for you because it will lower your costs, and also the factories have assets. For example, they have land, factories, machines. If anything goes wrong during these transactions, and you want to ask them to pay your money back, you can have at least assets to look forward to. If it is a trading company, the only thing that you can account for is their registered capitals. But normally, the person who opens or acting as a shareholder, they will not pay in the capital full. So it will take a long legal process to chase the shareholder to have your money back.
Okay, Dora, another question for you that I know many people think about it every time. According to your experience, how important is it for companies in Colombia to have a legal advisor in China? Is it really necessary, or do you think that maybe they can handle it with lawyers from Colombia?
Okay. I think it is really important for Colombian buyers to have legal counsels in China because no matter it's rainy days, when you have problems with the Chinese suppliers, you can engage us to provide legal services and to represent you in court, but also when it's in sunny days, when everything goes smoothly. You need to look out for what potential risks that may happen, right? So we can help you to contact the suppliers to check their legal cases, whether there are legal risks against them, and also to draft the contract under Chinese law and to let the Chinese supplier knows that you have legal counsel in China to look after your business, and they cannot hide things from you, especially when it comes to have contract with the suppliers. Normally, in international trade, we ignore the effects of effect contract. It is very important in Chinese legal system to have a firm contract with the suppliers, because if you don't have contract, you only have purchasing order. It is very simple. And under Chinese law, you need to have very clear, explicit agreement with the suppliers to have everything in place and also be effective. For example, under Chinese law, we need a arbitration clause, explicit arbitration clause, to have arbitration between the parties. Otherwise, you will need to go to Chinese court to solve your problems.
And that would take long time, right?
That's true, and exactly. And also, under Chinese law, you need to have compensation clause in place. It is very important. If you don't have, you will only reclaim minimum losses when it goes to court arbitrations. That won't count your loss of profits, and along with other costs, for example, like costs for attorneys. Mm-hmm. Under Chinese law, we need to have explicit clause to say that the losing party will be responsible for attorney's fee. In that way, the court will grant you the attorney's fee and to be borne by the losing party. If you don't have a valid contract, you don't have with a valid contract with the Chinese suppliers, you will face a lot of problems in the later stage when things go south.
Correct.
Yes.
And I think that's really important, also taking into account that many companies, maybe sometimes they have a Chinese trading company or a friend in China that handles their businesses, but it is not the same that having a legal advisor that really can defend your interest, right?
Yes.
So I agree that legal advice is paramount importance for when doing business in China, and that's why Trading Plus has constructed this relationship with Albright Law Offices, and we are preparing a new line of services for our customers based on what you guys are doing here, which is really, really great.
Bye.